365 ways to live generously. Simple habits for a life that's good for you and for others by Sharon Lipnitsky. So, this isn't like other 365 books. This one is like week by week. So, like week 1, day 2, day 3. Where other 365 books I've seen is January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, and so on. This one is week by week, and it's divided into like those day 20, day 265, whatever. So, and she has the 7 generosity habits. So, physical health, mindfulness, relationships, connecting with yourself, gratitude, simplicity, which has its own few categories, and philanthropy. So, example of the basic setup for each one, you have week 1, day 1, which would be one, and you got one of the habits. So, week 1, day 1 is taking the first step, and habit would be physical health. So, and then there's a quote, there's a topic, and then practice and how to do that topic. So, unlike other 365-day books, you got the information, and once in a while you may have a thing that would somewhat relate to the topic, but the practice is you have the topic and the practice of, hey, this is how you would do that topic. So, it's just as interesting. You still have something to do every day. So if you still want, I don't know if people would actually like take every single 365-day books and do all of them all at once. Like, to me, do one a year and see how you set out. But you could do like 2 or 3 if you're that type, if you're that type of person to like combine, you could. So, and it's just nice for the information, and then you have the practice, and you can, and like, to me, you could combine the information that she has on, and she combines the days. She's like, hey, look back or look forward for day whatever, and there are a few more in the last week. She's like combining like all previous ones, and a lot of the practices that she has, you are writing in a journal, so it does involve journal writing. And a year in a review, so for each of the 7 habits, they are reviewed, and again, the connection to previous days are brought into that. So there's a table of contents. So, well, it's more like an index, but it is at the back. It is called the table of contents by habits. So you have the habit, and then what pages that habit is on. So there's a charity evaluation worksheet, and there isn't a conclusion into like the table and sheet. So it is like other 365 days where there is no conclusion. It's just end of the year, here's the index or the resources or whatever. But again, it is still very informative, still very useful, and if you don't know but if you want different ideas on like living generously, or how to bring generosity like to your kids, and she's saying you don't have to like donate $1 million. It could be like $1 to one place. So, it is a Llewellyn book. I don't know if people are, like I said this before, I don't know if people are publisher biased, but it is a Llewellyn book. So there is a chance you would find it in the New Age Occult Witchcraft section of your bookstore if you get the physical copy. So there is that. So, 365 Ways to Live Generously by Sharon Lipnicki. Happy readings.